and welcome back to another Pokemon Leaks and Theories. Today we got a lot to go through. We've got some Pokemon Go news, which apparently they're introducing DYNAMAX into it, and apparently we've got a release date for the Nintendo Direct, and it's been leaked by Among Us. This is quite a weird one today, but it should be a good one. So if you do enjoy it, make sure to like and subscribe. This is the place to be for all Pokemon news. So make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up to date with everything Pokemon. Apart from that, let's get straight into it. Okay, so this is what we've got. So we've started off with Eclipse. And Eclipse is kind of renowned for having maybe a 50-50 record, if they're correct, maybe 40% correct, 60% wrong. Apparently a while ago when Legend Z's Arceus was being released, he said it was a CD and not actually a game, which is a bit of a weird one. So, you know, bit on the fence, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm a bit on the fence. I think that realistically we know we're getting a Direct this month. It's just a case of we don't know if Pokemon's going to be in the Direct. There's this big hype about this Direct coming out, but like, we don't even know if Pokemon's going to be in it, for Christ's sake. But, so he has tweeted out saying that who said Pokemon news in less than 2 weeks, obviously saying that we'll be getting some. Blaze Incineroar says this is pointing straight at June Nintendo Direct. Honestly, just patiently waiting. I feel that. Pokemon Presents news, whoa, who knows? We won't get a Pokemon Presents. We know we're getting a Nintendo Direct this month, so that is that's literally confirmed. Like Nintendo tweeted that out when they announced the successor to the Switch. Covered that a while ago, but this is basically what you're trying to say. He's trying to say we're going to be getting Pokemon news in it, and it's going to be happening in less than 2 weeks. This post was 10 days ago as of recording this on the 17th of June, so we are saying probably the end of this week. This video goes out today as I'm recording it. It goes out on the 17th of June, so 10 days ago to the day this video was released. So we're going to be apparently getting some Pokemon news this week, which I would be very happy to have Pokemon news this week. It's been very dry with Pokemon news, especially like obviously the hype of Pokemon went so high after they released Legends Z to A, and now it's just dipping back down, which we all knew it would. But it's just not nice because obviously, you know, I want the hype about Pokemon. I'm playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon now because there's no Pokemon game out, so I really want some more Pokemon games out. But they are saying we'll be getting some news very, very soon. Moving over, we are on Reddit now, and this is more of a theory. So apparently in X and Y, if you speak to this random person, I don't even know where they are, to be completely honest with you. They will say something about Zygarde, which is quite cool, to be honest with you. This was posted about nearly just over 2 weeks ago now. I'm sorry, but am I missing something, or do we not know anything about this? Maybe it'll be in Legends Z to A, or maybe it'll be us in Legends Z to A. So I heard about the incident in Geosenge Town. They said that the strange group dressed in red, dressed in red, managed to find Xerneas asleep somewhere. Obviously Xerneas being the X-Pokemon. A few years back, a different group of people came around here asking the same question. So, obviously, we know that this is going to be taking years and years and years back into place. My prediction is probably about 100 years before the events of X and Y, because it's not quite like Legends Arceus when they're like quite not medieval in a sense, but obviously very underdeveloped compared to the Sinnoh. Christ, it was still called Hisui. But we're talking about like the creation of the Lumiose City. When it's actually being formed. So we are talking not too long ago, but long enough ago, so it's something that's like, you know, not in recent memory. So my prediction is about 100 odd years ago, which kind of works out quite well. But they are saying maybe a few years ago. That could be anywhere between, quite frankly, 5 years ago and 20, I think, is the maximum I would personally say, quite frankly. But that's probably the best I would say. But some of the comments isn't that just Team Flare? Both teams, the quote says, two different teams weren't looking. The guy is talking about Team Flat finding Xerneas near Geosenge Town, and is saying that they were in his town asking about some sort of stuff. The implication is that Team Flat, I'm guessing he means Flare, came by a few years prior asking about the same stuff. This isn't two separate teams. This is probably just Team Flare / the main leaders of Team Flare before they got the signature outfits. It would just be weird that they explicitly said it's a different group if it's not a different group, but maybe it's just an awkward translation. And then someone else saying it is just an awkward translation. So it sounds like Team Flare is nosing around. So like mixed feelings about it, to be honest with you. I think it'd be quite cool. I don't think definitely when they made the game it was like, alright, we're setting up for Pokemon Legends as a price 11 years in the future. It would be, because you gotta remember X and Y 11 years old now. Oof, it's rough. Well, 11 years old this year. Currently it's still about 10 years old. But like when Z to A comes out, we'll be talking 11 years old, 12 years old, pushing on whenever obviously the games are released. So I definitely don't think they insinuated that. I don't think they were setting anything up. Might have been for Legends for Pokemon Z, but I just think it's a little bit too hidden. Maybe maybe not too hidden, but it's not relevant enough in the sense of they don't think that they were pushing something here, to be completely honest with you. But I think it's quite a cool idea, and I think they could definitely play off it. I would not be surprised if they played off it. I just don't think they set it up for this. I think this is just them being like, oh, this happens. We said this years ago. We'll play off that. I think that, if anything, that will be what they do. So, we've got a bit of a long one. So apparently Gigantamax and Dynamax are coming to Pokemon Go, which is a bit of a weird one, to be honest with you. So I don't know how I feel about this. It depends how they do it, to be honest with you. So we're excited about a new mechanic that is approaching, so we decided to gather some information about the codename Station and Bread. Weird codenames. So Brett, we were confused when we saw the codename at first. Maybe it was a kind of help request from Niantic employees, but version 3.17.0 gave us a 99.9% certainty that Bread refers to Dynamax, Bread, and Gigantamax, Bread Dough. Weird names. As we posted recently, we saw that we will be able to upgrade Dynamax and also battle with our Dynamax Gigantamax Pokemon. So this is like an essay. We also reported that new moves that went up to 53. There are probably max moves / Gigantamax moves, with the exception of Eternabeam. Oh my god, I can't read. Station. It'll probably be the version of the Pokemon Den for Pokemon Go. We know it will be a new point of interest, POI, on the map that can host the Dynamax / Gigantamax raids, but probably different from traditional raids. I don't mind that idea, because I play a little bit of Pokemon Go here and there, depends on what's going on in the game, and I don't think that's an awful idea, to be honest with you. I think that's probably the right way to do it. We also found some text indicating that it'll be necessary to walk a few kilometers to interact with the stations. It's not clear yet, but it might be something similar to Watts. Remember, we talked about a new item called Item MP Replenish. No, this item will probably have a mechanic similar to Wish and Peace, being able to activate Dynamax raids when you use it on a station. You will have access to some MP Replenish per day, but it will be sold in the shop, as everything is, let's be honest, and people just putting their Pokemon Go codes down here. I don't think it's an awful idea putting Dynamax / Gigantamax into Pokemon Go. I'm quite intrigued. I know it's actually going to look like, to be honest with you. A new spin on a game that, quite frankly, feels old very quickly after a while. I might see it. I might give it a go. Who knows? I'm a bit on the edge with it, to be honest with you. I think it's a solid idea. I don't think it's anything special. It's probably going to keep the game interesting for about 2 minutes, like Roots did. Roots were a bit crap, I won't lie to you. But don't hate the idea. I think they're probably going in the right direction with Pokemon Go. Just a cool little thing I thought I could put in at the end of the video. Okay, so finishing off, we have got this Among Us leak, like I said at the start of the video. And apparently Among Us might have leaked the new reveal date for the Pokemon Nintendo Direct. So back in May, we were confirmed that Nintendo Direct presentation will be happening in the month of June. We're now 2 weeks into the month and nothing has unfortunately happened. But however, there is speculation that it'll take place on Tuesday, June 18th, which is tomorrow. Which, if it is, then I am very hyped. There are rumors that the presentation will likely be taking place later in the month, and that would actually line up nicely with last year's show, which was held on the 21st. The source of this date comes out with an unusual place: Among Us developer Innersloth. Okay, so here's what happens. Innersloth accidentally uploaded the video, which has now been made private, that revealed 3 new roles for Among Us. The video states that the new roles will be coming to the game on the 18th of June, so tomorrow, and will include Tracker, Noisemaker, and Phantom roles. Why is this notable? Well, Innersloth have announced updates during Nintendo Direct presentations in the past, including a new map that was revealed back in September 2023. Basically, there's precedent that this has led users on Reddit to speculate that the update was meant to be announced and shadow dropped during the next Nintendo Direct. The fact that the video was immediately removed suggests that Innersloth is saving some reveal for some reason. Readers should take all this with a grain of salt, but the logic adds up. June 18th would also make sense for another reason. Disney Dreamlight Valley is supposed to have a late spring update coming, and the game's developers have strangely been quiet about it. June 20th is technically the first day of the summer, because summer solstice is coming up, and we've seen Dreamlight Valley content revealed during Nintendo Direct presentations in the past. A Nintendo Direct on June 18th would be a perfect place to reveal the new update, and it would get right at the end of spring. Makes a lot of sense. So, what will appear during this month's Nintendo Direct? Until Nintendo make an announcement, fans are going to have to keep speculating. Nintendo will make an announcement when it's good and ready, and we're ready. We already have no idea what to expect. The only thing we know for certain is to focus on the 2 games coming to Nintendo Switch rather than the company's next system. The reveal for the Switch 2 won't be happening until a bit longer, but we do know it will happen before the end of the company's fiscal year in 2025. And that is all comic book have to say. Now, this is quite big news, because obviously, we don't know Pokemon's coming. That's the issue. We still don't know if Pokemon's going to be in this Nintendo Direct, quite frankly. So it's just one of those things that we have to hope for. But I won't be surprised. Like, it's a very Tuesday is normally a day. Normally it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They normally, pretty sure they release Nintendo Directs on. So I won't be surprised if it was released tomorrow or maybe Wednesday, or they might release it on summer solstice on Thursday, kind of being like, it's the start of the summer, having Nintendo Direct. I won't be surprised if that is the case. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon. Goodbye.